on, delay, help me out.
Come on, stream delay. The suspense is killing me.
Has
All right,
begun.
here we
We
go.
do have shuffled start screens. They start in the southwest corner.
A very interesting start location. Not that far from start, from the normal start screen.
And we see a 10 secret there, which would lead me to believe we do have a shuffled overworld.
Yes, it definitely looks like a shuffled overworld so far. But I'm guessing, well, based on that, we can't tell for sure, but the size of the secrets is shuffled.
Size of the secrets are normal. We see level 3 in its normal spot, and we get confirmation that this is a sprite shuffle, but that's a level 3. At a level 3.
Oh, no, that's interesting. And it looks like a first quest overworld.
It is, but that room has definitely been shuffled from another dungeon.
Ah, interesting. So the dungeon rooms are shuffled.
But here's the question. We don't know if this is a swordless seed yet.
No, in order to get that information, we'll have to find the wood sword cave.
And we find the candles are the white sword.
Hey, you can buy a white sword for 60 rupees. That sounds like a good deal to me.
I'll pass on this. And we
yeah,
find the
like
middle secret here by the river.
Yeah, 30 mid-secret definitely looks like the sizes of the secrets are not shuffled.
That's correct, and that should give both of our runners indication that we are on a shuffled overworld. They just happen to come across level 3 at level 3 spot, Fred.
Yep, that looks like that was just a coincidence. Yeah, it looks like Fred is now making his way to the normal start screen, and Crim is right behind him.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense, although I'm not certain where Crim's going at this point. Oh, he's buying the candle.
Ooh!
Oh, the wood sword is not at the normal location.
We've got a shuffled wood sword screen.
And also we can confirm that we're not dealing with a boomstick because that is a 160 shield. That is not a boomstick seed.
Ah, interesting. So if this does turn out to be swordless, that's going to make things more difficult for them.
So we do know that the wood sword is going to be in an open cave, as in you don't need anything special to get into it. But where it is, well, there it is. It is a sorted seed.
Okay, that's interestingly, the wood sword has been sprite shuffled to the magic sword.
Yeah, something like having it switched on over to the magical sword.
Seems appropriate.
And Crim doing some work with his candle. Fred, not certain where he's planning on heading to next, but I think he wants to find a few blue enemies that are not Tektites to see if he can't trigger a bomb drop.
Yeah, and looks like he's going to check the Armo spots along the way as well. That's a pretty good call.
Unfortunately, he does have to kill things because those Tektites here are in his way. So he's going to try to get up to the count of 5. Oh, the bow in the forest. Now, if that is a helpful hint, we know that items have been shuffled.
Ooh, looks like we've got level 6 on Fred's side and level 2 on Crim's side.
And they do look like they are first quest dungeons. And we can tell you that this is not a 0 HP seed.
No, it is not.
And dungeon enemies have been shuffled.
Yes, they have, because those are Wizrobes in level 2. We do not want to go in Uncle Wizzy's house.
Hey, look, we found the compass. It's 2 maps that have been folded.
Oh, that seems appropriate.
But here's the question. We'll find out when we get to level 7 later on. Is this 1 through 9 first quest? Or is this mixed dungeons? We'll find out later.
True, we don't know for sure yet. So it looks like we've got Dark Nuts in 6, Wizrobes in 2.
That's a beautiful set right there.
Lovely.
Crim trying to tackle this room here. The problem is he only has the blue candle.
And the funny thing about the wood sword being sprite shuffled to the magic sword is that he's not getting the normal stabbing animation. So the sword beams are just throwing the sword, basically.
My goodness. This isn't one of those carnival fair type attractions here. But that's exactly what it looks like he's doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Crim down to 1 more of the keys here. He'll find out if this is a drop room or not. You kind of liked it for it to be a drop room.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these are normal dungeon pallets as well?
Yes, they are. And Fred finds a key that doesn't do anything. Now, that is a truthful hint, by the way. The manhandler threatens by the dead woods. But then again, Deceptive does have half and half.
It looks like Fred is going to go continue checking all the spots in the northeast here.
Yeah, he's going to be key blocked as well as ladder blocked from getting to that key at this point.
Yeah, he seems to be finding quite a few door repair charges so far.
Yeah, can't get the stable amount of rupees, and we find a dungeon level 4 is up on the northeast corner. And we find the Triforce and Triforce room, level 1 at level 1 spot.
Oh, now that's interesting. We've got a shuffled overworld, but 2 dungeons so far are in their vanilla locations.
Let's see what enemy set we have here in level 1. It's ropes. It's second quest enemies.
Ooh, super ropes.
Yes. So you see the flashing ropes right there. That tells you we have second quest enemies turned on. That should be a lot of fun. Now, what is this blue thing here? Oh, that's the magic boomerang that Crim just picked up.
Ah. And it looks like the map is a recorder.
Yeah, the map is a recorder. So Crim now has the magic boomerang, which we get out of level 1. Now, Fred hasn't seen any hints whatsoever.
No, he hasn't. And so now that Crim has found a Guerilla set, well, they both found a Guerilla set now. So that would give them the information about what the sprite for the boomerangs are.
We do see that the any key, the blue-colored any key, are your bombs this season.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Fred's probably really glad that this is a Guerilla set in level 4 and not the normal set. And if you needed more confirmation that rooms have been shuffled between dungeons, there's the vertical shoot room.
Yep, there it is. And now it looks like Crim's going to try to get... Nope, he's going to exit out at level 1, it looks like.
Wait a second, did he just pick up a red candle? Yes, he did.
Yeah, because the candle is the sword sprite.
Didn't we see 2 dropped items in level 1? That's interesting.
I think he only picked up 1.
No, because... Oh! That's bombs. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Yeah, he picked up some bombs, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I get it. Yes. It takes me a moment to get this because of Sprite Shuffle, but those were bombs he picked up in that first room, not a boomerang.
Yes, the Sprite Shuffle is quite confusing. And it looks like Crim's now found his wooden sword as well.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, though. Death would take him a long way back to start.
Yeah, he's on the other side of the map right now. Pretty precarious on half a heart here.
So, yes, it does turn out that we do see bomb. Oh, there we go. We say double book has your heart container. A single book is your red potion.
Oh, now that's funny.
Fred's still searching for the item here in 4.
Yeah, he's not picking up that Triforce yet.
And we find that the red recorder is your letter.
And Crim bombing the bush there. Getting a little bit confused with the sprites, I think.
Well, it's kind of easy to do at this stage.
Yeah, I can't really blame him.
Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. That would be the magical sword, by the way.
The actual magical sword.
Fred's got to be careful, because, yes, these are second quest enemies. These Staphoses can wield 2 hearts of damage if you get hit by their swords.
Yeah, Stalfos is shooting sword beams at you, super ropes. Ooh, no fun. Oh man, look at these levels.
Or rather, moldards. The molder that looks like all nothing but maps.
Just a map snake.
I haven't seen a hint that has been deceptive just yet. We find level 5, by the way, in Crim's End, down on the coast.
Yeah, it looks like he's going back to the right and coming back from the right to check the right wall there to open that side. Yep, there's a bomb hole.
And his reward, hey, a Korea dungeon.
Well, that's pretty good. That makes 3 Korea dungeons we've seen so far, I believe.
And we going to find on Fred's End the item in 4. Oh, could this be the ladder?
Oh, it might be. It's a double sprite.
It looks like it is, based on where it shows up on the inventory.
That's a big find for Fred.
And the Triforce out of 4, and Crim spins around in a circle in level 5. So the first Triforce pickup is by Fred. So we've yet to see what the item on the coast is. At least I don't think we did see it on Crim's End.
No, I don't believe we did. Hopefully Fred will go and check that for us. I'm going to assume he's going to make his way down there and check it.
And there's your confirmation that we are dealing with helpful hints. Step over the water to get the heart container. Fred's going to check another one for us. Acomentus awaits for the red candle. That's old information. Well, not to Fred. That's old information to those of us who are watching this restream.
Yes, Crim knows that because he found that, but Fred didn't know that, so that is good information for him.
Goma creeps by the Lost Hills. Yes, he definitely does. So we do know that we are on helpful hints based on everything we have seen. The item in 5.
What is this gonna be?
Is a candle bluish. That is the bow. No, that's the silver arrows.
Ah, very nice.
That would be the silver arrows in level 5. Again, for back-to-back races.
Ah, that's a very nice find. So both of them now have very key items so far.
So a huge find there for Crim. He just needs to now find where this Triforce is here in level 5 to get him on out.
Yeah,
Fred,
they're at least dealing with vanilla shapes.
Fred, based on a hint, knows that level 5 is over here somewhere.
Oh, Fred just picked up the Armos item. What was it?
Oh, that's a recorder.
Oh, very nice.
And down to a half a heart. Fred's got to be careful. He's going to try to kill some of these enemies to get heart drops. And that's not a heart drop. That's bombs.
And a clock from the last enemy. Always the last enemy.
Well, of course.
Interesting. Now, Fred getting the hint about the location of the magical sword.
Yep. And Crim suffering a death.
Oh,
Ew, that
he
is
walked into the
not
dark
a
mode
fun
room
to be in. That is not a fun room whatsoever.
Oh, that's mean. When the room is dark like that, you can't cross. So he just walked right into death.
No, dying is not an option. Level 9 found on the coast as well.
Ah, multiple levels on the coast. Interesting.
Ganon is having a beach party. What can I tell you?
Oh, looks like that's the heart container on the coast.
We haven't seen any other hearts before this, except for the one that turned out to be out at a take any that Crim found.
No, we haven't. Now, interesting. I wonder if Crim recognizes that that's the heart container, because I don't think he's found... no, he has found a take any cave, hasn't he?
Yes, he has, and winter is coming. We found the white sword item. It is not the white sword.
Nope, it looks like a boomerang.
But we don't know if it is a boomerang or not.
Nope. Fred's now finding level 5.
Fred finds level 5. There's some good treasure in here.
There is. That means he's going to pick up his silvers, hopefully. It looks like.
And so Crim's about to pick up his recorder. Or the half comb.
He'll be happy to find that. It's a little get around the map a little easier. And so far, it looks like we've got a concentration of dungeons sort of in the center and the east side of Hyrule here. We haven't really explored the west side yet.
Fred gets the hint about 6. He already knows where 6 is. And he's
That's
about
old
to
news for
find
the old
the
man.
silver arrows.
Yeah, now making his way over to the item staircase, he's going to be very happy when he realizes what this is.
By the way, did anybody happen to notice where in level 9 they showed up on the map? Because I wasn't paying attention this time around. Because that's very important to know whether or not 7, 8, or 9 are going to be first quest or second quest.
Ah, you're right. I missed that point.
Our 1,000 eyes will help us out. Fred's in another room where he's got to be careful. Again, these Stamphoses. Oh, he gets a key clock right there. There's your clock of the night.
That's a clutch clock right there. That's an excellent drop there. He's got a room full of Stalfos shooting beams at you and 4 statues. And it looks like Crim looks like he just came across the heart container in level 4, I believe.
No, his health has not increased yet.
No, he didn't pick it up because it was in the Chevy room.
Oh, right, yes. Well, he'll be
But he
happy
is,
to find the item in this dungeon.
Yes, he is going to find the ladder if he explores this dungeon. And it looks like Fred is trying to ladder clip there. He manages to ladder clip in the tea room.
Yeah, he ladder clipped to get to the key and then clipped again to go back to the other side.
Yep, nicely done. A very useful skill to do, to have that.
Oh, a forced. Leave your money or max bombs behind. Or this time it's keys or max bombs.
Yeah, he picks
boss
bombs.
HP shuffled.
Oh, yes, that one bomb did not take out the Manhandla head. So yeah, we have shuffled boss HP. Ooh,
And Fred falls victim.
Ooh, that's mean. The
So
shuffled boss HP is one of my least favorite flags.
Absolutely. So this seed here is kind of generous to these guys in the fact that they could actually see where the dungeons they are. But Sprite Shuffle and Boss HP Shuffle.
Yeah, that's definitely going to add a lot of difficulty to the mix. Oh, Fred, it looks like Crim also taking another death there. Oh, Fred also getting whacked around here.
Yeah, there's some nasty rooms you're going to be finding, and Crim picks up the Triforce out of 4. Did he get the item, though?
No, he didn't. Looks like... Okay, he is going to go back in. Maybe he just had second thoughts.
Maybe it's just a case he wants to grab it now, and then he's going to up A and go back to start afterwards.
Yeah, that could definitely be the case there. Yeah, that's certainly a fine call to make.
By the way, do you notice that the gorillas are chucking?
Yeah, they're chucking, looks like, wands?
That should tell... Actually, it looks like wood swords.
Oh, it's wooden swords, okay.
That should tell you what the sprites are going to look like for both the both boomerangs, by the way.
Yes, that makes sense. We found the magic boomerang already.
No, we didn't. Remember, that was me thinking it was, but it turned out to be bombs.
Oh, that's right. I get so confused with the sprite shuffle. It's so hard to keep track of.
So that item, that is the white sword item. We don't know what it is.
No, we don't.
It looks like a boomerang.
No, we don't.
It could be anything.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, it could be anything. So I have to imagine if Crim finds the ladder in here, he might go back to the start of the dungeon and pick up that heart container in the room right next to start, and try for that white sword item.
Everybody's saying that it's the bow.
It could be the bow. Do we know that for a fact based on process of elimination? It's hard to tell with the sprite shuffle.
I'm guessing they probably see a different color based on Crim's tunic, which is an off green. Oh, they got a hint. That's what it is.
Okay.
They got a hint. Oh, that's right. Remember, they did get a hint at the very beginning.
Ah, okay.
About
that's
it being
right.
the bow. So yes. And Fred's playing chicken with super ropes here. Deciding to just stick around on the ladder instead of fighting them on land. Good idea.
I definitely can't blame him for doing that because the super ropes have no knockback, right?
They do have knockback, but it's just the fact that they take so many hits to kill. It's like if you had normal ropes and they've been +4 on the HP shuffle, it turns out to be just as disgusting. Oh, Triforces are not in the Triforce room.
Oh, very interesting. Fred picking up the Triforce in level 5.
So that first Triforce we saw in 4 is deceiving.
Yes, it is. So that will be good information for Fred to know. Because Crim might be thinking that he has to hunt down for the Triforce room.
Well, we might see that. He will eventually come along it as well. Right now, of course, we know Crim is looking for that staircase, and I think he's going to come across it right now. Recorder does take you to the new dungeon locations. So we can't see a use of the recorder to cheat your way to the raft spot.
No, unfortunately,
Close to
we
start.
cannot. And it looks like now that Crim's picked up the ladder, he is going to go over and grab this heart container.
And that puts him at 5, which that coupled with the heart that's on the coast will guarantee him a bow pickup.
That'll be very good. I imagine he's going to go make a beeline for that as well.
Well, he's got to show some merchant the money first, though.
That's okay. He's got plenty of it to go around. And
So
it looks
he
like
has-
Fred's now going to make his way west across the top here. So he might do some exploring around Death Mountain, the west side of Hyrule.
Crim thinking about purchasing hints, but he opts not to. And Fred does an up and A and saves. He's going to go back towards near start, and without bombs, he can't check this one right at the actual start. He's going to do some burning here in the Deadwoods. We do find where the blue ring shop is.
Ooh, that might be useful. Since this is not a boomstick seed, so they're not going to be saving their money for too much.
And Crim finds level 6.
See if he can make any headway in here.
I think Fred's trying to desperately get some bombs, but he's not getting lucky. And, oh, that's right. Fred has not purchased a candle yet, nor has he gone to level 1 where the red candle exists.
Oh, that's right. I had actually completely forgotten that he did not have a candle yet since it was 23 minutes into the race. Pretty late candle pickup.
Well, so far we have not seen any dungeons except for 2 that requires it. And that was a Wizrobe set, so both runners are nope in that dungeon.
Yeah, definitely can't blame them there.
Speaking of dungeons, we have yet to see dungeons 7 and 8.
No, those are the 2 that we're missing. We found all the other ones so far.
And Fred, I believe he's thinking about going to level 3 now. Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's definitely where he's heading,
being
but he's looking for some bomb drops first. There we go, he got one.
There we go. Yes, picks up the bombs. He goes into level 3. And that is a dig dogger that Crim has to defeat if he wants to go any further in this dungeon.
Yep, looks like this dungeon is Dig Dogger blocks. Fortunately, he has the recorder.
And we find a staircase here.
Ooh, this might be the item for level 6.
Maybe we can see what the item is. It is the regular staircase.
Ah, no item today. We'll have to find another staircase.
Please try again. Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. Blocked from the heart container by the horizontal shoot room.
No worries, he can get around it. Hey, another Dig Dogger.
Yeah, I was assuming he's going to go over here and pick this up. Yes, he is. Yeah, I would do that too. Just getting some more hearts is always good.
Oh, with the half a heart, he needs to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, Crim has not seen anything that would make him believe that the Triforce is not in the Triforce room. Fred's in a really tough pickle there in the NSU room and unfortunately gets bunnied.
Unfortunately getting taken out by the Black Beast of Og.
By the what?
It's a Monty Python reference. I'm sure chat knows about it.
Ah, that just flew right over my head.
Yeah, or we can just call it getting bunnied. I like that one.
Fred gets the mummy love, by the way. All wrapped up in a mummy hug, nowhere else to go.
Yeah, this has been a rough dungeon for him so far.
Well,
hopefully he can get a bomb drop or two off of these orange dart.
Yeah, this is a very, very difficult setup here. I mean, you've got room 1, which is a required red dark nut room. Oh, that's a beautiful kill right there. And Crim, I don't think he got into the cave at the top of the waterfall.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Before he got Lionel'd.
No, he didn't. So unfortunately, that's going to set him quite a ways away now.
And now Fred takes care of the required Gibdo room. So this is a torturous start to level 3. And he is seeking out the item, trying to figure out where everything is. He never got the hint about the bow being in the forest, so he's still seeking out items at this point. Maybe he might find the red ring here.
Yeah, given his knowledge, I definitely can't blame him for wanting to dig into the for the item in level 3, because it's not generally a very too big a dungeon. So hopefully it won't take him too long to find it.
Crim gets a very, very beneficial clock.
Yeah, very clutch clock drop there in that orange dark nut room in level 3. So now they're both going into the same dungeon right now.
Fred's gonna be careful, because if he gets hugged by a mummy again, he will be back to start. If he gets bopped by one of these Poles voices, he'll be back to start.
Yep, hugged by a mummy or bopped by a bunny. Take your pick.
Well, at least you can afford one hit to these guys. And now, Crim seeing the Triforce there, he will now know that Triforces are not in their normal rooms.
Yep, so that'll be a good piece of information for him. And it looks like he's making the same decision to dive for the item.
Fred using the staircase to his advantage. I'm surprised Crim is digging with the knowledge where the bow is. Maybe he hadn't processed that was the bow.
Yeah, I was just thinking he might not have realized that it was the bow. It looks like this is going to be the item, I think.
It has to be, and it turns out to be... That's the one boomerang.
Yep, it is, because the swords are boomerangs, you're right.
And because he up and A, now he has to take care of that Dark Nut room and that Gibdo room again.
Oh dear. That's annoying.
And the Dark Knight's not playing very, very kind with their drops.
No,
at this
not giving
point.
him bomb drops either.
So we just reached the 30-minute mark of this race. Dork, have you been keeping a tabs of what the items we have found in this seed so far?
We had the ladder in level 5, I believe. Or was it 4?
All right. We had that. We also had the red candle in level 1. We don't know the item in level 2. 3 is the wooden boomerang. 4 is the ladder. 5 turned out to be, don't do it, Fred. Don't up and A. No. Bad Fred. Good Fred. Get on out of here.
He's not going to do it.
Level 5 had the silver arrows. 6 we don't know. 7 we don't know. 8 we haven't seen yet. 9 we can confirm isn't guaranteed to have the red ring silver arrows. Once again, that's because 5 had the silver arrows. We know the bow is the white sword item, which means the white sword is somewhere to be found. And Fred ups and A's. Well, then again, room full of bunnies is not fun to deal with either.
No, I can't really blame him for that, but now he's going to have to clear this again.
Clock!
Clock, though. And a bomb drop for his trouble as well.
Crib back in level 2. A few more hearts wiser now. And we know the heart container was the item on the coast. And the recorder was the item underneath the arrows. That was our informational update here, 30 minutes in. Let's go to Dork with traffic.
Coming out of Route 12 out of Death Mountain, we've got a pile up of moblins here, and they're throwing some boomerangs, so we've got the left lane closed.
Find alternate routes.
Yeah, I recommend avoiding Death Mountain altogether today.
They might almost be able to do so. Oh, what is that Crim just picked up? Oh, Fred finding a bonus cave. He's able to now get up to 5. Oh, it was the any key. The any key looked like a ring.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for him to pause to the item screen, but yeah, I didn't notice that the number changed to A. So yeah, it is the any key.
That is correct. We broadcasters not taking a look at the simple A that is shooting right out in our faces.
Yeah, that's what Sprite Shuffle does to your brain.
This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah, my
questions?
assumption is as soon as you pick something up, you just immediately pause to take a look at where it is in the item screen.
Well, Crim's not getting into that door. The Wizrobes say no.
The Wizrobes goalied him out of that door, knocking him around.
That was a nice defensive goaltender, though. My goodness, he could be a goaltender for one of the hockey teams. Maybe not Nashville or Pittsburgh. They already got good goaltenders.
Yeah, maybe we could get him up here to help the Senators out.
Not much worse can be done.
And it looks like they found the one of the large secrets. Fred's found both of them now.
At 223 rupees, he's getting close to being able to afford that blue ring purchase.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to go for it. Because since this isn't a boomstick seed, they're not really saving their money for much.
You're going to have to defend your decisions about Craig Anderson then, apparently, Dork. That left says it all.
Well, I'm not actually from Ottawa, so...
Triforce pickup there for Crim. It was in a room with Orange Wizrobes. Fred thinking about buying some bombs, but he's close to buying a jewelry, and I think that's what he wants to buy more.
Yeah, I don't blame him, because that defense help would definitely be a good advantage right now. Since we've seen, we're pretty low on hearts so far, and we've seen both runners take a number of deaths.
So to help explain what's going on here, these guys are dealing with a shuffled overworld. Where they are trying to find out where the dungeons are to accumulate the 8 pieces of the Triforce that they need to get into level 9. They have to save. For both cases, I believe it would be Zelda they're saving. Definitely on Fred's end it will be. I don't know about the Onion Knight on Crim's end. I believe it's Zelda on his end as well. But they're just trying to get all the Triforces they need to get into level 9 to save Zelda. Level 7
right.
found for Fred, and there's the confirmation if we didn't have it earlier with level 9. This is a first quest dungeon 1 through 9.
Yes, it is. So that is good to know. And the other, ooh, Crim taking a death again in level 1 there.
That was the Triforce room too, so he's got to go back.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. He's going to lose some time from that. Unfortunately, it's just straight up from the entrance, and level 1 isn't very big, so...
I'm surprised that Fred did not do bomb strats against the Dig Dogger. In that bottom left corner, probably felt that it was not going to be a drop room.
Yeah, I have to assume that he didn't want to waste his bombs on that.
And remember, Fred's max bombs are 7 because he had a forced penalty, or rather forced leave your money or life in level 5 that was either your bombs or your keys.
Yep, and he chose bombs. It makes sense at the time, because I believe he only had 3 keys at the time, so he probably didn't want to lose all the keys that he had.
And remember, the boss HP has been shuffled. Those Dig Doggers might not be as friendly as he wants them to be. And there we go, boomerang strats there for Fred.
Yep, definitely putting the boomerang to good use here. And, oh, we have a possible staircase room for Fred now?
Yes, or this could be a drop room too. And it's a drop room.
It's a drop room. No item today. He's going to continue to look for that.
So, let's see. The item... Did we see the second item in level 1, by the way? Well, we do find the bait block in level 7 as Crib goes to pick up his bow.
Alright, that's going to be a good help for Crim there, since that's going to allow him to shoot things with the silver arrows, which are going to be quite strong. Yep, he's going for the heart container now.
And we have a Dig Dogger in a double block room. Could
Maybe
this be
is
required?
Perhaps this is the item staircase room.
It very well could be. And it is not.
Nope. No staircase.
Eh.
Try again. We do find some bomb walls, though, so that's nice.
Crim back into level 5, where earlier he found a moat room that wasn't to his liking. Now he's got a ladder to bypass it.
Yeah, so that's that'll be nice when he finally gets that. He hasn't got the Triforce out of here yet. So it looks like Crim has the advantage thus far, since he has the bow and he's a little bit ahead on Triforces as well.
Oh, absolutely. Ew, another double block room, and Fred is going to try to get himself onto a block and just wheel it away against these blue dark nuts.
And he gets the block clip. Nicely done.
Oh, he
now
fell
he's
off
himself
it, though.
out.
Yep, he fell off
Okay, he's back on again. Oh,
Crim's gonna have to be careful. He's down to half a heart.
Yeah, this is a bit of a nasty room for this double block possible staircase here with all these blue dark nuts.
And Crim, with the any key, is going to pay the penalty of 3 keys, which, by the way, A minus 3 still equals A. And Fred now down to half a heart. Got to be careful against these blue dark nuts. He seems to be
very
under
hairy.
the belief that this is a room that could be a staircase. And no!
Going back to get the heart, gets bodied.
And that was an unfortunate decision there for Fred. The want to get more health would actually, it wasn't going to do him any good because he'd still be killed in one hit, even if he did get that. Came back to haunt him.
Yeah, extra
Crim getting
health
a nice
doesn't do you any good
critical.
when you're dead.
Crim getting a critical clock drop there in that rope room.
And Fred's now back to take on the blue wizards a second time. See if he does better this time.
Fight. And Crim 2's got to be careful because if he gets hit with these swords from these Staphoses, he's dead as well. But he takes care of it without a problem. And now off to some blue gorillas.
Yep, Fred looking pretty good so far, taking out these blue dark nuts.
He's got one hit to give right now, but I'm certain he doesn't want to lose it. Almost gets bopped there, though.
Oh, he's got to be careful.
Down to one. That was a force 10 drop.
It was, yeah.
And Fairy to cap this off. Is this a push block? Yes, it is. Is this the item? No, it's not.
All that work, and it's another transport staircase. Oh.
Into a room with more blue dark nuts.
Oh, wow. At this point, Fred's just like, I am done with these blue dark nuts.
Grim's gotta be careful. Down to a heart against oh!
Ooh!
Banana.
I think he got a boomerang to the face there.
Yes, he did. They hurt.
Yeah, you're always happy to see a Gorilla set because they're the quote-unquote easy set, but they can be surprisingly tricky sometimes. They throw those boomerangs out of nowhere.
Fred and a bunch of bunnies he doesn't really care for at this moment. Crim's saying, I'm done with level 5 for now.
Still not getting the Triforce out of it. That's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah. He's gonna go on to the Magic Tutti Flute. Let's see where in the world this goes.
Where is he going now?
Back to level 5. Back to level 4. Why?
Okay.
Oh, maybe he was testing to see if it was the recorder to old dungeons or new dungeons.
Ah, yeah, he was probably checking that.
And we find, oh, there's the compass in level 7. That's a good find here for Fred. But
Yeah,
still
definitely.
without bombs.
Yeah, definitely, since level 7 is quite large, so... Now the question is he just going to make a beeline for the Triforce, or is he going to continue to look for the item?
He doesn't know about the bow.
No, he doesn't.
The bow could be in this dungeon for as far as he knows. So I think he's still going to seek this dungeon out.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
would
nice
probably
clock
make
drop.
Since he's put this much time into diving into this dungeon, he probably just wants to find the item at this point.
Oh, the bomb upgrade to save his problem.
Oh, yes. Only 3, so it looks like the...
It was
the
4,
price-
by the way.
Sorry?
It was
that's
4.
right, because he gave up 1. Yes, so I was going to say the bomb upgrades are not shuffled then. 100 rupees for 4 bombs.
Yep. Yeah, that was because he gave up a bomb during that penalty in level 5, which dropped him 7 max bombs.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that.
I bet the comment for both of these guys when they are done with this seed will be, I hate Darknuts.
Yeah, that would not surprise me. They have been not treating them very nice at all so far. Now Crim's now in the Chevy room with a bunch of dark nuts, and this is not bad since he can use the ladder to stand on the water here and snipe at these blue dark nuts.
Absolutely, and Fred is just making a beeline. Well, he was going to try to make a beeline for the Triforce, but the game says no.
Nope, looks like he can't get through that way. Maybe this way.
Can he go from the right? He's going to try bombing down. And the game says yes.
Yep. Access granted.
And just some keys blocking this Triforce in level 7. So after he kills off this one, dodges A's trap, he's got his Triforce out of level 7 to tie things up.
right, nicely done by Fred. So it looks like he's not going to be sticking around to find the item in that dungeon.
He is done. Crim gets the Triforce out of 6. So we did find what level 7 was up on Death Mountain, which was good. But where's his companion, level 8?
Yeah, that is what we don't know. So it looks like we haven't explored the rest of Death Mountain, so it looks like Fred's going to go and do that.
After yielding off 100 rupees for the bomb upgrade, he's going to go ahead and pick up some of these secrets he left behind.
Ooh, and now Crim is now back on the screen where he died earlier.
Yep, with a lot more help this time so he can withstand what this Lana wants to give to him to find that it is not an important shop.
Just a shop. Not what he wants to see.
Absolutely.
It looks like Fred's going to explore the rest of Death Mountain here, looking for level 8. And this is one of the only places we haven't explored yet, so it's probably somewhere around here.
Yes, I would say better chances with that than nothing. So we get 2 hints. That's old news. I think Fred was wanting to find where the bow is. We find level 8, though.
And there's level 8.
Early Triforce. Goma creeps to the raft, so the raft was in 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's going back to take that Triforce. He's just gonna grab that for now. And it looks like he's not going back in.
Yeah, Fred's doing one of his strategies that... Oh, he's doing one of his strategies here where because he's got the recorder, if he has to come back later, he will.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess it is a fairly large dungeon, even though there are 2 items in there.
And he is still seeking levels 1 and 2. He doesn't know where they are.
Oh, that's true. He hasn't found those yet. Yeah, so he somehow hasn't checked the vanilla level 1 spot, and he didn't find level 2 early like Crim did because he didn't have the candle for a little while.
Yeah, because he only got the candle about 23 minutes ago now.
Yeah, interesting. So I wonder how long until he goes back to those spots.
So Fred doesn't even know about the bow in the forest being the white sword item. But this is his up and A.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to take advantage of having that whistle now. And it looks like Crim's doing the same trick, clipping onto the block here to fight the blue dark nuts.
Wouldn't it be something if the item room is 1 north of these dark nuts?
That would be quite amusing. Say when he's going to go through all this effort like Fred did and be very disappointed when he finds the transport staircase.
And Fred's going to torch the forest now, and he'll find a sword that he can't touch. Which, by the way, this is Sprite Shuffle. That is the magical sword. Have we ever just realized that? Magical sword looks like the magical sword.
Yep, it did not actually get shuffled, interestingly. And it looks like Fred's picked up paper as well. Crim's still fighting off these blue dark nuts here. He's almost got them.
It would be nice if they had a wand to help them out. Or a white sword.
Yeah, that would definitely help. So far, we're still just on the wood sword. Fortunately.
For all we know, both of those could be in level 9.
That is true. Since we found the silver arrows outside, so we know that the silvers and red ring are not forced into 9, so... And there's your transport staircase, Crim. I hope you're happy with the effort you've expended.
Oh yeah, he's definitely happy about this effort. I think he's about as happy as anything else. As Crim gets the master, Fred gets the bow. So you know what? At this point, Fred's gonna play like he's in Triforce and Go mode.
Yeah, I think he is. So, and he still looking for 1 and 2, but like, yeah, once he finds those, he's just gonna beeline it.
The winner of this race moves on to the final 4.
And it looks like Fred's going back to 6 for now.
Yeah, he's got to complete that dungeon too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The spot here to the right where he'll find that is the blue ring shop. He doesn't have the rupees for it anymore.
Yeah, the way the Dark Nuts have been treating him so far, I bet he wishes he did.
The Dark Nuts, the Gyptos. He'll certainly enjoy the Wizrobe hugs he's going to get in level 2.
Oh, definitely. Sure, he's very much looking forward to finding that. Alright, now he's back into level 6, and it looks like he's just gonna make a beeline, go straight up to the Triforce.
Yeah, up until he gets to this Dig Dogger, where it's the first room that he hasn't been in before. Yeah, 1 suit of the magic Tutti Flute. And the Dig Dogger will be wrapped around a 3, and there's that. Nice quick kill.
Nicely done. Very good bomb placement there.
And Fred with silver arrows can take care of the Pulse Voice rather easily now.
If he manages to switch over to it, there we go.
There we go. Crim's got to be careful in this room. These Dark Nuts got him down to 1 heart.
Yep, he cannot take another hit here. It looks like Fred thinks for a minute about whether or not to take the transport staircase and decides to go for it. And he's going to be greeted with the horizontal shoot room.
Crim getting the hint that Gleeok returns on Death Mountain. That is a very powerful hint for Crim because he has not found level 8. It's the only dungeon he has not found so far.
Yes, that's some good information for him. I have to imagine that he probably suspected that that was the case anyway, but still good to know.
And Fred trying to bomb over to find out, well, you have to kill that room with the Dark Nuts and the Pulse Voice if you want to get to the Triforce.
Yeah, now he's going to have to go back whence he came.
Well, that's the life here in Zelda Randomizer. Crim's searching all throughout this level 7. And level 7 is the pain in the butt. But if you get lucky, it can be a very fast experience. Just unfortunately here for Crim, it is not a fast experience whatsoever. I like what Fred's doing, by the way.
Yes, moving in and out of the room there to sort of save which enemies have been killed in case he gets taken out.
Also, it's changing the sets of the enemy, too. The Pulse Voice is the primary enemy in that room.
Ah, very nice.
So he's leaving and resetting to get the Pulse Voice as the primary, because that is so much easier to kill than the Dark Knight.
Yeah, definitely good call for him there. It looks like he's now in the Chevy room with all the blue Dark Knights. So yeah, he's going to do the same trick that Crim did, just standing on the water there.
And this will be easier. This will be easier for Fred because he does have full life, so he's got the sword beams.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so he's a little bit of long-range attack here. And it looks like Crim's now also found the bomb upgrade as well. And he's picked that up, so he's got a maximum of 12 bombs now since he did not spend one of his bombs in the Money or Life room earlier.
This will be an easy room for Fred to kill off because he's got the bow and silver arrows. There's the Triforce, and Fred now with 6 Triforce pieces. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, so now it's looking like Fred actually has a slight lead right now.
But he needs to find where levels 1 and 2 are.
Yes, that's going to be the question: is can he find that before Crim makes his way through 7 and 8 here?
And Fred recording to level 3. He is going to the one section of the map he has not checked yet.
Yeah, I think he realized he hasn't been over to Candle Row yet and checked Vanilla level 1.
But first, a check on the right-hand side of the start.
Yeah, he's gonna go and just burn all of these burn spots that he hasn't gotten to yet.
But he's on the right path.
Yeah, definitely.
Crims?
It looks like he is gonna come across level 2 very shortly.
Crim needs to find where level 8 is. He knows the area where level 8 is.
He knows he's in the right area.
There? Different story. We
Oh,
find
we
the
got
item
level
here
7.
in level 7.
It looks like silver arrows, but what is it?
That's got to be the wand. That's the wand.
It is. Well, that's a nice pickup. A silver wand.
That silver wand is going to help him against the remainder of these dark nuts.
Yeah, so this
Enter.
is oh,
unless you die like
yeah.
that.
That's unfortunate. Now he's going to have to dive back in, still looking for the Triforce. So, yes, the advantage that Crim has more information about the locations of the dungeons. He only has to find 8, but he knows he's in the right area. But he has longer dungeons to go through.
Level 2 here for Fred. That's the next to last dungeon he needs to find. And hello, Wizrobes.
Yep, always good to see Wizrobes, right, Fred?
By the way, was this the only dungeon we've seen Wizrobes up to now?
I believe it is.
If that's the case, we're guaranteed to find them in 9.
That's correct. It's quite possible that flag to shuffle the level 9 monsters was not on.
And Crim dealing with this Dig Dugger knocks him on down, or at least he will soon knock him on down, to find out that room drops nothing.
Nope, nothing for your trouble.
Fred,
stabbing the old man.
why is he hurting himself?
I would say maybe he's trying to get his counter up for a bomb drop, which I think he might have been, because he got a bomb drop there.
Well, that could be, but that also could have been a random.
That's true.
Fred gained the map here, like he needed a confirmation of what level 2 looked like. Fred gained the any key. There's your answer to that question, whether or not he was going to pick it up or not.
Yep. Great, so now he's just looking for the Triforce to go find level 1. And the other thing is, since Crim's got to finish up level 7 here, he's got to find level 8 and find the Triforce in it, and he still has to go back to 5.
That is correct, and he is having all sorts of problems in level 7. Where he needs to go is the one section of this map he hasn't been to. 2 spots underneath the eyeball.
Yeah, I'm wondering how long until he figures this out.
This
Ooh.
is a nice little dicey scenario here for Fred. He's going to have to be careful where he frees himself from the like because he's got beams all over the place. And,
Yeah.
well, there it is.
Oh! Tries to sneak out of the door, but gets zapped by a Wizrobe.
Game says no.
Denied. Alright, Crim now gonna take out this Pole's voice room as well, and he got the master enemy same as Fred did.
Crim's level 7 could be the thing that gives Fred a distinct advantage in this race. Crim is so close to where he needs to go to get
Yeah,
to
he
the
just
Triforce.
went up instead of right.
He went to the right instead of to the left where he needed to go. It's the very... Oh, now he gets the compass.
There we go. Now he at least knows where he needs to go.
Yeah, I was about to say, Crim, look at the flashing dot. It's where you need to go. Get yourself on out of here. Now, he can't bomb to the right. We know that was a useless bomb. Thankfully, he's got 6 of them to find that out.
And there we go.
Oh,
Fred's found
watch
the
out.
Triforce at 2.
And Fred gets the Triforce out of 2. He just needs level 1 now. So Crim finding out that he cannot bomb that wall. He's got to get to it from the north.
Yeah, now that he knows where he needs to go, he's going to get right over there, no trouble. Fred is, yeah, making his way across Candle Row here, and I have to assume he's going to go up and find level 1 almost immediately.
Yeah, he might do a Fred moment. Grim's got to be careful. If he gets hit by the traps, he's dead before he gets the Triforce, but he does not. He is safely through. Triforce and 7 picked up for Grim.
There we go. All right, Fred is now going into 1. It's going to be his last Triforce piece. He's got a distinct advantage, right?
There is a flag for walk through walls. It is not on this seed.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen any, so as far as we can tell, it's not on.
And I don't believe we are going to at this point. Just the way the seed has played out.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Still some juicy items up for grabs that could be in level 9.
Fred's gonna find that vertical shoot room.
Yeah, he's gonna kill these guys off to see if he can't score a drop in here. And that's a nice drop.
Oh, very nice. Heart container pick.
And the red candle pickup for Fred.
Yep, there's the first item pickup with the red candle.
And I don't think he's gonna bother with the second item at this point.
No, probably not.
He's grabbing the Triforce. He is off to level 9.
All right, so Fred putting the pedal to the metal here, picking up these last few Triforce pieces from smaller dungeons.
And he's got to think that he is behind at this point because of all the deaths he's taking. He knows his opponent. He knows Crim is a very good randomizer opponent. So he's got to be thinking he's behind in this race. But he is the first one to level 9.
Oh,
Crim
man, Crim took a really bad death. Oh, he got sent all the way back to start before he could find level 8.
Here we go. Level 9 entry for Fred. At the 61-minute mark.
Yeah, Fred very, very definitely...
Halo!
Oh, hello!
Ganon!
Ganon, like 1 room north of start.
And 1 hit!
And 0 HP Ganon! Oh
yes.
My goodness. Wow. Could this be a Stoops Jet level 9?
That would be something. Fred wants to try to bomb around here to the north to find that answer.
Now, the only question is, how difficult is it going to be to find Zelda?
Fred doesn't know this, but he's got all the time in the world.
Yeah, he's got a very commanding lead at this point.
Grim's got to get through level 8. The Triforce is only 2 rooms in. Then he's got to get back to 5. Get that Triforce.
Yeah, he's tried several times to get the Triforce out of 5, failing to do so. So I think he's lost a bit of time because of that. And there we go. He's found level 8. So hopefully he'll just grab the Triforce and run.
Yeah, if Grim picks up this Triforce, goes back in, that would be a different story. But if he just leaves here, goes back to 5, and then quickly goes through 5 and is successful in his run.
Yep.
Then that gives himself a chance here against Fred.
Yeah, and it depends on how difficult Zelda is to find here. Man, wouldn't it be funny if they finally get to Zelda and Ganon wasn't even required?
There's the compass!
Oh, okay, well, that's probably going to seal the deal then.
And Fred can't get that from here.
Nope, not from here. He's got to go around. Nope. No bomb walls.
And Fred now moving his way on over towards the area.
Yeah, he's making his way over.
Not a problem. He's got 130 silver arrows he could feed these guys.
Nah, he's got arrows for days.
Pretty
Ammo
much.
is not a problem.
About to run on through. 2 rooms from Zelda. This here should be very, very simple. The door opens up. Ganon was required. Fred is going to win. He's the final person to make it to the final 4 and will win this race. Dork, tell us the SRL time.
And Fred has done in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, 18 seconds.
And so Fred will be facing off against Jam Eviler.
GG to Fred. Congratulations.
4. He will join Crystal Saber, Dragon Dark, who are in the other pairing in the final 4. which changes things a little bit because that becomes a best of 3 with a whole bunch of different flags that are turned on for the full randomizer random percent experience.
Yep, and that is going to be that for this race. So Crim is going to get the Triforce out of 5 and hopefully have a pretty quick level 9 just like Fred did as well. But unfortunately, it's just a little too late.
And Crim ending up bopping off another death. He does know of his fate via the SRL. Not done. He's not really happy about his performance in here, and he thinks that his deaths probably cost him the race. As we welcome in Fred, congratulations on your win.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay, entering level 9 at an hour in after dying 6 times. Where did you think Crim was?
I assumed 9 and just was praying I could run through fast and maybe get lucky and find something. And OG walked right into the pig room. I delayed slightly to hope that I could hear if the pig happened to be next to the start room, because those shutter doors tend to mask him for a little bit there. And it was like I heard it, like, oh, okay, I'm in his room now.
So Crim ended up dying in level 5, deep in the dungeon, cost him the chance to get the Triforce. Some very unfortunate deaths. Both of you guys, the Manhandler being on supercharged HP, definitely didn't help you guys one bit. Crim takes a death, and he says, I'm done.
Wow, it was an evil thing to have a Manhandler in super Manhandler form. You know, being able to take more than one bomb there, it makes it almost impossible to kill it. So we got really lucky that we didn't actually have to kill it in the end, that we were able to run around it. But, oof, that one was painful.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that level 5 proved to be Crim's undoing. He spent quite a bit of time trying to get the Triforce out of there, several attempts.
And then he full cleared level 7.
Oh, yeah, because that thing was very ugly to walk through in the first place there. I had that really nasty death at the stair room with the Dark Nuts. I'm not sure if that was actually required or not, based on the layout. It may not have been, but that still was ugly.
We did find what the item in 7 was. What do you think it was?
Let's see here. What's left? Wand, maybe?
Yep. Silver, arrowed, sprite, which was the wand.
It would have actually been really nice in some of those other levels. I kind of wish I'd found it while I was exploring there.
So tell me your thoughts about Dark Nuts after this seed.
Oh, I have always hated Dark Nuts, even when it's just a couple of them in the Blue Lagoons of Doom. Yet, let alone in this seed, I absolutely hate Dark Nut combat. It's the one I'm the weakest, I think, among all of the various forms that you can run into throughout all the levels here, and they're just beyond annoying. And having to have so many different forced rooms, the entrance to level 3, having to fight 8 oranges over and over as I kept dying. The 6 blues.
That level 3 was horrible. The fact that you started off with a required red Dark Nut room and followed it up with a required Gibdo room.
And then on top of that, if you get through the required Gibdo room, oh look, here is a room of bunnies that will take 2 hearts away if you happen to touch any one of them as you're walking through. And you think pretty much any direction you went from that room, you had bunnies that were taking away 2 hearts.
I believe that sound also is. We have CrimsonAvix joining us.
Yes, we do.
Tell us your thoughts about this seed, Crim. All right, so we'll wait for that to be corrected here. So, Fred, you'll be moving on to the final 4. You'll be doing the best of 3 against Jam Eviler. Your thoughts going into that best of 3 series?
Jam is incredibly tough. He's the man who ousted me from the last randomizer tournament in the quarterfinals, actually, if I remember. Or I guess loser semifinal. I'm not sure what it was. Technically, I ended up in 4th place in the tournament. As I said, he's incredibly tough. He's incredibly adept at picking the game up in the first place, and in a best 2 out of 3, it's going to be a challenge. I don't even know what to hope for in that madness against him because I feel like he can handle almost anything the game throws at him without a problem.
It should be a lot of fun there. Looking forward to that series.
Sorry about that, guys. Apparently,
There he is.
Muted.
We have a Crim.
So tell us your thoughts about this run, Crim.
Well, as I was saying, that no one heard, the seed actually wasn't bad. Like, there were a few blocks, like level 3 early on, which I wasn't too concerned about because it was so close to start, but when I play as poorly as I did, I'm not going to win any race ever. So, I mean, I didn't even check my death count. I probably could do that quick, but I mean, it was astronomically high, I know. And like that was my big downfall right there.
Yeah, both of you guys got beat up pretty badly by Dark Nuts, especially Dark Nuts.
Funny thing is I had some great Dark Nut rooms, especially like the blue Dark Nut rooms, and then I died in stupid areas I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I definitely hugged lots of Dark Nuts, especially that staircase in 7.
Yeah, both of you ended up going with the same strat of clipping onto the block and trying to take care of them that way.
And then I came off the block and, well, took a whole bunch of hugs, and next thing I knew, I was walking back through Aquamentus' room again.
Yeah, and unfortunately, all the effort in that room was for naught, since it ended up being a transport staircase anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about how, whether that ended up being a required staircase or not, because I didn't do enough of the level to see whether or not you could come in there from below. I'm guessing you could, but I didn't actually see one way or the other.
Yeah, unfortunately, I ended up full clearing 7 because I forgot to check the room that the Triforce was in, so...
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't help either. I mean,
Sorry,
I
man.
lost quite a bit of time in there, and I think there had to be 2 or 3 dungeons where I ended up dying like a room or 2 from the Triforce. So, yeah. I mean, as I said, when I die, especially in the areas that I did, I can't expect to win much. As I actually just waiting for the dot jump from you because I'm like, yeah, this is right around an hour for a seed, and
Well, I had a late entry into 9 there. It just ended up being a semi-friendly 9 in the end. Ganon was 1 room north of the old man. Turned out he was required, but unfortunately I'd found the silvers in my digging.
yeah, I found silvers relatively easily in 5. That wasn't ever my issue.
Yeah, I was looking around. I was like, oh, okay, this is probably going to be what? The record? Oh, no, it's not the record. Oh, silvers. It's basically the thought process that went through my head there.
So, tough matchup there for Crim, but, you know, you gave us a fun race so far, and you had a good tournament. Your thoughts heading out up here?
I don't have to go against Jam. That's all. That's always a good thing. No, actually, I mean, to come as far as I did, this was my first loss, and it's against, you know, the creator himself. So I'm not disappointed at all. I mean, I did have a lot of rough deaths in this seed specifically, but I mean, I'm not disappointed with myself. And I mean, next tournament, maybe I'll come in as more of a favorite to do well. I know that I've sort of exceeded my own expectations in this randomizer, so.
Yeah, I'd say you kicked butt, especially, you know, going undefeated through the Swiss rounds, which, you know, only 3 people did. And, you know, there were a lot of good names at the top there, and there were a lot of good names that were defeated that you defeated. So, you know, you put in an incredibly great effort in this tournament, and, you know, you've got to be one of the favorites going forward.
So, Crim, good effort here in the tournament here, and thank you very much for joining us.
Not a problem. Good luck on the next round, Fred.
Oh, thank you. Gonna need it.
I'll be sure I'll try to call it for you.
That'd be awesome.
And we've got Fred moving on to the Final Four, where he'll be taking on Jam Eviler in that side of the bracket. On the other end of the bracket, we've got Dragon Dark and Crystal Saber making up the remainder of this final four here in the Zelda 1 Randomizer Random Percent Tournament. Should be a lot of fun, especially seeing how those new flags play out. So, Fred, while you're here, Crim, you too, you want to kind of let our viewers know what changes are in store for the final four?
Oh gosh, there's going to be some complete madness coming up here in the final four, potentially. It's going to be moving into a best 2 out of 3 format for the final 3 games. Or, well, I guess, 3 matches that have to happen for the 2 semifinals as well as the actual winners. One of the main flags that's going to be added in as part of going into the final is going to be the fact that level 9, which normally during the tournament you've had to, up to this point, get all 8 Triforces to get into level 9. It is possible under the new flags for level 9 to be open from the very beginning. So you could just happen to find level 9, walk up, and the old man might not be there anymore. He may still be there. You may be able to walk right into level 9. He may be blocking you with a very specific item instead of the Triforce. So you may have to go somewhere on the overworld map and find the book in order to get into level 9. So it's going to be a lot of madness there, trying to figure out what you need to do in order to try to get into level 9. And for that matter, are you actually prepared to enter level 9 when you are clear to go? Because, level 9 may still have a whole bunch of Wizrobes. You may have to fight Ganon. So when, the question will come for the racers when they're willing to take those risks and proceed in a possibly very difficult level 9 to try to be able to find the Triforce.
By the way, Fred, I want to say, if we get Sprite Shuffled mixed together with a Holy Grail 9, which is when an item blocks level 9's access, that's going to be nuts.
Oh, that's going to be an absolutely evil combination. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that now that you're suggesting that. Ooh, we have to rig some. No, don't rig anything, but that would be a lot of fun. I think other major flag. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Know that you said you're looking forward to that, and you are still in the tournament.
I didn't say it had to be in my matches. It would be absolutely evil to see it and possibly watch Dragon Dark and Saber do that as part of their match, and I'll just take the normal, semi-normal match myself. I think the other major flag that will be in play that hasn't been in play up to this point is the fact that there is a flag in Randomizer that allows the important items, most of the items that you would find within dungeons, to be shuffled into the enemy drop pool as well. So there will be the possibility that players at the start of the game could kill a Gibdo and find a ladder lying on the ground underneath it, or kill an Octorok and find the magical sword. So there is the potential for even more chaos coming up in this final tournament. That paired in with some of those other flags I was saying about level 9 being open could potentially cause an absolutely chaotic thing. We don't know at all what to expect for the final rounds of the tournament here, so hopefully it'll be a lot of fun to watch and for everyone to see.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that entire group. And if obviously just keeping an eye out for the schedules, see when these matches are going to be taking place. Dragon Dark versus Crystal Saber, Fred versus Jam Eviler. That's your final four here in the Zelda 1 Randomizer Random Percent Tournament. Any closing thoughts, Crim or Fred?
Good race, Crim. As I said, definitely look forward to playing you in the various nightlies here again. Looking forward to seeing you in the next tournament. And just going to have to hope there's going to be a lot of fun coming up here in the in the ends of the tournament here.
Yeah, good game to you, and best of luck to you. Not only you, but also Jam, Saber, and Dragon Dark as well.
Yeah, 4 awesome competitors. It's going to be a slugfest no matter what.
Should be a lot of fun for the viewers to watch. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us here for the Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament. Dork,